Hi there, Carnegie Museum of Natural History fans. My name is Sebastian Echeverri, and I am a spider scientist. And for this bug bonanza that we've got going on, I want to tell you about my favorite spiders. And you might think those might be my tarantulas. I have like 20 of them, or maybe even my trapdoor spiders, which I would love to tell you about. But it's actually a spider that you could find right here in the Pittsburgh area. Jumping spiders. Jumping spiders are awesome. These are some of the coolest spiders because they have almost all of Spider-Man's superpowers. Let's take a closer look at what a jumping spider looks like. So I've got a toy jumping spider here so we can get a closer look, and then we're going to meet a real one soon. So a jumping spider is an arachnid. That is, spiders and scorpions are types of arachnids, and they're actually really different from insects or bugs. One of the ways that you can tell is by their body. So spiders, as you might have guessed or might have known, have 8 legs that they use for walking, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side of their body, as well as 2 little arms. These are called pedipalps, and they use these to kind of pick stuff up. And spiders have 2 big kind of body parts. They have their head, where all their legs are attached to on the bottom. And then they have their abdomen, which is actually where their lungs are and their stomach is. A lot of their organs are actually back here in their abdomen. Now, one of the things that makes jumping spiders so cool, in addition to being really colorful, some species, this is the fiery-haired paradise jumping spider, the one that I study for my research, is that they have a spidey sense. So not only can they sense vibration through the ground, through all these legs, they have eyes not only on the front of their head, like we do, but they've got eyes on the back of their heads. And that means that they can see danger approaching from any angle, and it makes it really hard to sneak up and actually catch these spiders, which is something that I've had to do for my job a lot. You get the hang of it, but if you move too quick, they will spot you and run away, just like Spider-Man dodging out of a villain's punch that he shouldn't have been able to see coming. So the other cool thing about jumping spiders is, as you might have guessed, they jump. So these spiders, they actually don't really use leg muscles like we do. Their back legs is what they use to push off the ground when they jump, but they power those legs through the pressure of their blood. They squeeze down on their blood inside of their legs, and water is really hard to squeeze. So if you try to squeeze it, you can put energy into it, kind of like a spring, and letting that go helps the spider jump. And some of these jumping spiders can actually jump like 40 times the length of their body in one leap. Now, it varies from species to species. Usually the bigger jumping spiders can't jump as far because they weigh too much, but they can still be really impressive. Now, what is life like for a jumping spider? Let's meet one and find out. So, the cool thing about these guys is that they are local and they are really easy to see in your daily life. In fact, this jumping spider that we're going to meet is one that I found right around here in the Pittsburgh area. So, what do we have here? Looks like a piece of bark. You might notice some webbing right around here. Right around there. That's actually the jumping spider's nest. So jumping spiders don't use webs to catch food. They use them to make little sleeping bags. Now, let's take a closer look. Jumping spiders are really tiny, so you might not have noticed them. But there are some tools that are really cheap that you can use to meet them up close. You can find these spiders around your house, your yard. And it helps if you have a phone and then a little macro lens. We're going to see how this works. This was like $10 I got in the mail. And you can get ones for your smartphone. And how they work is put them on your phone like so. And now we can see things that are real up close, which means we can actually get to know a jumping spider in the flesh, right? Looking at him. So let's see what we've got here. Who is here? I think we found a jumping spider. So this jumping spider is one that's pretty common in human-affected areas. This one's going to be, let's see if we can get them to come out. Do you see, should be a little crevice. Oh, there you go. That right there. This is a male, an adult male, gray wall jumping spider. And there he goes, he's jumped away. We've caught our spider again. So one of the things that you can do is catch your spider in a little jar, and then you can look at it up close. So this right here is an adult male Platycryptus undatus. They are called the gray wall jumping spider. And they're actually pretty common. They like to live in little kind of flat crevices under bark. So you might find them on trees. You might also find them in your house. Jumping spiders are harmless. They can't hurt you, and most of them can't even bite through your skin. And they love to catch little flies and gnats that might live around your house. And now we're getting a good chance to glimpse one of the cool things about this species, and many jumping spiders, is that the males are colorful. This guy has a kind of orange mustache that if we get a right look at him, we'll be able to see it. There we go. You know, look at his big, beautiful eyes and that orange mustache. And the males in the species use that. Jumping spiders love to dance. So male jumping spiders will actually put on an entire dance show for the females. It's really quite fun to watch. Now these spiders, as I said before, don't use webs to catch food. They actually will hunt like a wolf or like a tiger. If you take a tiger and you scale it down to the size of a jumping spider, and imagine it's doing the same thing that a tiger does in real life. It's walking through the forest, in this case, grass or leaves on a tree, and it's looking for prey off in the distance. And it's going to find a way to sneak up on that prey undetected, and then when it's at the right distance, it jumps, pounces. And that is how jumping spiders hunt. They hunt and they find things like we do. Their big eyes means that they have amazing vision. It's much, much better than you think an animal this size should be able to see. In fact, some of the animals that you think might be able to see really well, like songbirds, like a cardinal or something like that, would actually be considered legally blind by human standards. But the best jumping spiders are not. They actually can see about as well or better in terms of resolutions and how sharp their vision is as a house cat. And they are infinitesimally smaller than a cat. They pack all of that vision into those tiny, tiny bodies because their eyes actually work like telescopes. They have two lenses, and those eyes let them see far better than they would normally be able to for an animal that small. Now, I'll leave you with one of my favorite things that I've learned recently about spiders, including jumping spiders. So we just had the chance to meet a Platycryptus undatus jumping spider. And I want to leave you with one of my favorite things about these animals and all spiders. You might think that spiders are, closely related to insects. They're all bugs, right? If we look at their evolutionary history, you, a person, a human, are more closely related to a fish, to all fish, than any spider is to an insect. So the last common ancestor of humans and fish was somewhere between 420 and 475 million years ago. The last common ancestor of spiders and insects was over 500 million years ago. These guys have been around for a long time, and they are their own weird, wonderful animal. you should go out and try to find one and observe it. See what you can learn about it. My advice, look on walls of houses and fences, little gaps between bark. The dog run in Frick Park, if you look at the fences there, I can almost always find jumping spiders there. Basically, whenever there's food, these guys love to eat other insects and spiders, so little flies, gnats, wherever there's kind of um, little animals like that, you'll probably find a cool jumping spider. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can find me on Twitter at SpiderDayNight, and feel free to ask me any questions about spiders that you've seen in your life or that anything you want to know about these wonderful animals. Awesome. Thanks.